Hey guys, I'm thinking I'm doing a lot of. I went and donated plasma today, so I want to totally touch on, is donating plasma and blood, is such things, are they actually scriptural, or are they even good for us? I know we're supposed to abstain from blood, so. I'm not really sure. I know those laws were all for cleanliness and stuff, really, to keep plague and everything down. They were practical law as well, not just spiritual law, but they were practical moral code to live by, to treat others, decently, like a human being, but sadly, I would say, I think the animals treat each other better than we treat each other, and they freaking eat each other. At least that lion wants to eat you. That's pretty terrible. But so, dang, I totally had something I wanted to talk about that was totally beside that point. But and beside the plasma as well. Oh, okay. So, thank you, Spirit. I'm totally thinking about. I'm actually on my way right now to take my shadow to the park, go and sit by the pond, enjoy the shade and enjoy the nice view, and watch the other families play with their kids and stuff. And like, my kids are being flipping punk asses was my daughter's first word, actually, her first compound word. Her first word was dad. All of my kids said dad first, LOL. I find myself doing this. It seems weird. It really does. It feels super freaking weird. It really does. Sorry, I've been up since 2 a.m. I get to the point where I can't sleep anymore. I get up and I go back to reading and go back to scanning scripture and just pondering and speaking with Spirit. I'm constantly just back to it. So I'm taking my shadow to the park for a pizza picnic, man. Get to enjoy myself. I'm gonna take off my shoes, walk in the grass. Oh God, that sounds just amazing right now. But I found I don't want to shock my ego. I don't want to shock my shadow or shatter my own vessel. See, all my life up until recently, I've withheld my peace, and I just allowed people to do whatever, say whatever, and I was just a yes man. It really drives me nuts now to look back and just how shameful it was. I wasn't even real with myself, let alone with others. But hold on just a second. Sorry about that. Turn off my fan for my car before it burned my battery out. But so I have come to find that the fallen, the fallen, Nephilim, fallen ones, plural. So it's the Hebrew language. You have to go. It's in Genesis 6. It's the Genesis 6 incursion of mankind with angelic beings, and they become, they take wives and they become the fallen. But it's besides the point. So I've always thought about, well, I don't want to shatter their vessel with the information that I have. Maybe they're not ready for it. And then what about shattering my own vessel? Am I shattering my own vessel in turn by withholding from everyone else? Maybe that word was meant for them. You were given that thought form, that spirit. You were given that to pass it along. It wouldn't have came up if it wasn't meant to be. All things, whether you're working in a spirit of vengeance or a spirit of grace or spirit of kindness, these are thought forms first, and then thought becomes energy. What is thought? Energy, because traveling through your brain, the synapses, the highways of the brain, and thought processes are nothing but electronic signals sent through the huge web that is known as your brain, and then through your nervous system, through your body. But we experience this world secondhand. You experience it first through your carnal body, through your senses, and then your brain transfers that to your soul level, to your soul body, your emotional body. They all play a role, and they all play together. So it's taking in, your brain is taking in so much information at one time, all at one time. But I find myself, I don't want to shatter my ego anymore. I don't want to. I can totally see sacrifice of self. The shadow has to give. Like, you have to go to work. What do you want to do though? Shadow, what do you want to do that everybody told you was stupid back in the day, that would never work? Before your dreams were shattered, what did you want to be? Let's do that. Where's my passion lie? Where's my creativity lie? I smoke pot, man. That's become my flipping downfall. It's my crutch, my greatest crutch in life. I love smoking pot. It's brought me together with so many amazing light beings, and some of the most terrible demons as well. It's opened the door to not just one side of anything, where pot's all great and peace, love, pot, microdot, yay, but it's, yay, I love peace, pot, and microdot, yay, bring on all the LSD. No, although I do condone, peace, pot, and microdot, natural substances, but I don't condone the use of it by minors, first of all, and always be under the watch of individuals that can take care of you in case anything happens. That I highly recommend being safe in a safe environment first before you do anything like that. And seek medical attention before you do this. Ask your doctor's advice, because I am not a doctor. So, I love those disclaimers. It's hilarious. But, so, it's been my greatest crutch, but it's also been my greatest downfall. Pot will keep you young in your mind, yes. You get to be creative and explorative and, and express yourself in ways that people are still afraid to. They were told that is not acceptable in public, and so they don't interact like that anymore. I see where I've done it to my own children, and I speak this where I've noticed it all is in myself and those who are closest to me. Just like, well, wow, they do this like this, and I don't do it like that, and I've gotten these results, and I keep getting these results, so I'm insane technically, because it's not working, and I keep doing it over and over. No more. But it's no longer about self, but it's about the collective. It's about seeing the beauty in yourself, seeing the beauty in the world reflected back at you, and you reflected back at it, and reflecting the same beauty. Make your outside like your inside, and make your inside clean and pure, not like the whitewashed tombs, clean and decorative, ornate and beautiful on the outside, but inside they're full of dead men's bones. Don't be like the Pharisees and the Sadducees. First clean the inside of the cup, Then clean the outside of the cup, and both shall be clean. If thine eye be single, your whole body shall be filled with light. The ego is a very, very powerful tool. It's a tool. It's not something that you need to suppress and get rid of. See, this is where I was going with, my ego and letting it down easy, not wanting to shatter it. As we think about others, we tend to forget about ourselves as Libras do, especially Libra rising. And then it depends on planet placements, but Libra risings forget about themselves. They are yes men, yes women. I get it, but we got to break free of that. We need to take our power back and stand in it and wield it, even though that sword cuts both ways. You got to use it, otherwise people are going to walk all over you the rest of your life, and you don't want to live like that. Trust me, it's not worth it. You can't make everybody happy all the time. But anyways, so the ego, you don't want to shatter your ego. You want to let it down easy, because it took me 35 years to build up this ego and this sandy foundation, this beat up old temple that's built on it. Man, so decrepit and just ready to fall down. Looks like it should have been condemned, Just transforming that, transmuting that. Now I want to make the inside, the outside reflect what's on the inside. And so it unfortunately can be really painful. You have to die to self. You have to crucify your flesh daily like Christ. It's a very, very trying. Oh, I love people, but I always say I love people. I love everyone. I don't judge anybody. No, I found myself judging everyone. I was made aware to it. Oh boy, howdy. Judge everybody. Negative about everything. Not anymore. Today I have peace. And not based on circumstance of what's going on right now. Because I have peace inside, I'm bringing peace to my outside. This world is so beautiful. I used to question, why is this world the way it is? Why can't everybody see it like me? I'm the only one who sees the world this way. Oh, I was so wrong. Yes, it does need to change in some ways. But I need to change first. The change needs to happen within, and then the outer will reflect it back to me. I need to quit running around out here and trying to hold it all up and keep everybody happy. Just stay in here, make me happy, and then what I have left over is for others. This world is truly amazing. I'm gonna start a project. First, I'm gonna get my testimony out, though. I'm gonna get that out to you guys. Really, if anybody could benefit from that, it's gonna be the hardest thing I've ever had to do. And I've got one more hard thing to do today that sounds dirty, dang it. But I've got one more thing I've got to do today, and that's totally not the funnest thing on my list, but it's got to be done. Like, you can't. If you're talking about forever with somebody and you don't even feel like, not just are you not on the same page, but you feel like you're not even reading the same damn book in the same room even, like, you can't just build an illusion and live in it. You got to be real with yourself and logical as well. Love is great. Yes, enjoy the love you have in the moment, always, but be logical about it. Is this going to lead me to pain? Where's this leading me to? Am I frustrated about that and I'm burying this? Or, because it's going to come out in other places of your life. That's what Father told me this morning. I was like, oh my God, you're right. My relationships are affecting my personal relationship. They tend to affect and permeate all relationships in your life, be they personal, business, romantic, any of it. One relationship permeates the other, no matter, because your emotional body permeates through your physical body permeates, your soul body permeates through all of it, your spiritual body powers and goes through all of it. Everything is connected. Not just is everything connected within you, but everything is connected outside of you as well. Infinity out the front, one loop out the front, one loop out the back, both constantly spinning in opposite ways, one clockwise, one counterclockwise, but they make the infinity loop around the man, around the light man, around the human being. It might be too much, but I found that my relationships permeate one to the other. And I was dating a girl about a little over a year ago. We dated for about 10 months prior or so, give or take, almost a year. We dated for just about a year. No. It was like February to September. That's it. It was close to my birthday. I had been working with my aunt, and it's gonna be a part of my testimony. But I'm so grateful for my aunt. I literally have a letter I've been meaning to send to my aunt. I just haven't had the balls to do it. We've gotten everybody else out of the way. That one, but I threw it all away, and I love my aunt dearly. I respect her, but our relationship was toxic. It really was. There were good aspects to it where I needed to set up. There were great things I hadn't made. I just needed to learn how to set up boundaries and say no, and learn how to be in my power. Learn what power was. Learn what it was to be a Christian. Well, I know today now, but it took me years, and it took me actually getting serious, and it took divine timing. We set it up this way before we even come here. We set it up with everybody, the hurts, the pains, the joy, everything. We set it up with everybody we interact with, the whole. But I threw it all away, and I noticed in the moment that, when my aunt, we'd been having issues, and I was running late, and I didn't really want to come back. I wanted to sit and sort out this mental issue with my girlfriend, which I should have just let it go and just like, you know what, no, we can't do this. Obviously not working. The universe is saying, no, don't do this. Man's rejection is God's protection. I didn't know that then. I was just so driven through lust and just desire, blinded by it. And I'd been living the same cycle all my life. Everything I ever started in my higher self, everything I ever wanted turned into, who's some shiny squirrel, and thrown it away. And I'm not doing that anymore. Everything has been thrown away for desire. But I knew in the instant that when she got in my face and wanted to keep going, wanted to actually, okay, we're going to have this out. No, we're not, no, this is happening, So I'm like, okay, but I wasn't angry at her. I called her a two-bit whore. And I realized right after I said it, I couldn't take it back. And second, I wasn't yelling that at her. I was yelling that at someone else. And I held it back when I was having that conversation with that person. And it came out when I was having the conversation with the other person. And it's not even what I meant to say. It's not even what I wanted to say. I was just angry that that's how it was going in that moment, that I didn't have time for myself, to take for myself, to get okay. She didn't give two shits about me and needing to take a mental week. Shit, I could have used a mental year still. I had so much growth to do, and I had to do it all in a freaking hurry. And I had to do it on my own. I learned all this on my own. I learned how to be a light being on my own with the help of other light beings. But I had to do the work. And I'm grateful that I got the crash course that I did. It got me here faster, but it was a lot of suffering, and at the cost of relationships that I can't replace. But I know the divine will always replace it with better and make it stronger. You know, I know that it'll always make it work out. But yeah. So as you're thinking about, how to tell other people and be compassionate with others, remember to think about how to be compassionate with yourself. And enjoy the little things. Give your shadow the little things. Replace your really terrible habits with, some healthier habits, and take steps. Don't try and change it all at once. You're gonna trip and fall, and trip and stumble, and you might not get back up. Just take it slow. I'll talk to you guys later. You guys stay blessed. And peace be with you all the time. Divine peace. Let it be so.